Hey everyone, it's Kristen, and I wanted to introduce my Find Your Feet Oracle deck. This is a deck that I originally made last year for Pulpin Paint, which is a class I've been teaching in for about 6 years now. And I was leading a presentation called Find Your Feet, and it really was about getting in touch with your feet and the messages that your feet have to tell you. I'm a reflexologist, so I work with people's feet every week. And I thought it would be great to come up with kind of an extra oracle to use as a reminder of how to get grounded, how to stay grounded. And so Find Your Feet Oracle was born. Now, if you were in Pulpin Paint last year, then you already received this as a free printable. I'm going to be putting this one in my Ko-fi shop. So I just want to explain how I intended it to be used, but as with everything that I can create, you can use it any way that you want. So you can see there's two piles here. This is what I call a call and response deck. I've made several of these now, which means that there are two it takes two cards to give you your message. In this case, I'm using like left foot, right foot, although from a reflexologist side, we know this is actually the left foot and this is the right foot. But just for our purposes today, think of this as like a left foot, the right foot, and when you combine them together, you get a phrase, in this case, natural growth. And so I created all the left foot cards to be the first part of the phrase and all the right foot cards to be the final part of the phrase. And so you can pull the two cards together. Now, you can use these as just kind of a daily reminder. A lot of people say they just like to pull a left foot and right foot as kind of a reminder of where they are or what they're working on. This could also be an answer to a question in terms of like what do you need to focus your attention on, for example. So let me just go through the cards, and I'm going to do them, just pull them together. So when you shuffle, you should shuffle all of this pile and then shuffle all of this pile, so that as opposed to shuffling them all together. So you want to have two different piles. You could also do it in another way. I'll show you in just a second. So let's just look at them really quickly. We have natural growth, joyful flow, supportive success, unearthing motion, nurturing self-love, perpetual wealth, peaceful medicine, embracing stillness, intentional community, dynamic prayer, vibrant balance, radiant self-care, abundant roots, nourishing purpose, ancestral journey, manifesting blessings, protected healing, remembering strength, compassionate gratitude, magical cycles, graceful rest, playful beginnings, deep service, and sacred surrender. So if you listen to the words, you probably picked up on I'm using certain words that to me relate or reflect foot energy. To me, the feet are always about grounding, centering yourself, stopping, going. When people have foot issues, it's usually because they just need to stop and rest. They're doing too much. So there is a contrast in some of the cards with motion versus a lack of motion, rest, or stillness. You're also going to see words like service, play. I always love magical, cycles, and things that relate to cycles of life. So those were some of the themes that I really wanted to bring out with this deck, just in terms of how I see the feet and the symbolism of the feet. Now, if you wanted to, you could just use the deck all together. I'm just going to shuffle really quickly. And let's say that you want to, everything's all mixed up. They're all together. The way that I think about doing it is kind of like, once you shuffle, turn it over like this and go till you find the first left foot. Like in this case, it's radiant. And then we would go and we'd wait until we found the next right foot. So your phrase today would be radiant self-care. So you can keep them all together, or you can keep them separate. I'm just gonna see if I can mix it up a little bit better. Let's put that there. Let's cut the deck. Okay, so same thing. When you are looking for your phrase, like I said, I always search first for the left foot. So we can't use this one. Oh, and we get a left foot here, nourishing. And then we look for the next right foot. And so in this case, it's journey. So our phrase would be nourishing journey. So again, there's some different ways that you can play with them. Of course, you can just use them one card at a time and just get a message from that as well. So I hope you enjoy Find Your Feet Oracle.